Hello crafters, here I am again, Martha, playing with paper. That's what I do, Martha playing with paper. So I wanted to show you some stuff that I did with my stash from my Anna Griffin class, the scraps from my Handsome pack, which are just never endless. I have so many scraps still. I have all of these gorgeous little frames that I have no idea what in the world I'm going to do with, but I'm probably going to hoard them for at least a good decade until I decide what to do with them. But what I did put together is three really cute little pages from a bunch of little scraps, and of course I added some extra. So let me show you here on this one. This is the gray paper with the little dots right here. You can barely see the little dots. This is the way the original paper felt and looked. Okay, it's kind of pale. It's a muted color. It's really nice as a background paper. But for me, I really wanted a little extra. So what I did is I added some glossy accents right here. The glossy accents to just the little dots on the outside. Of course, I did the 1-inch frame all the way around, recycling my inside paper. I also used another solid gray underneath. Okay, so it's one solid piece. I added some corners to the end, and then all of these little frames here are our leftovers. Anna Griffin, I am so sad. I will never be able to throw away another scrap again. So here are these little scrap pieces that you do when you cut a couple of her frames, her dies. So I did that. And added and re-added. So here's one of the ones with a little fence and then the gold, and then here's another little gray with those little green scales and another one with the gold. Then you kind of go down with the texture of it. You go down to the solid and you come back up with gold and the green, and then I kept going and going and going. And then on this inside little area, I added those little monsters that kind of look like to me like little monsters, and recycled it over and over. Now, to me, when you see, and I did not leave a little piece of it open anywhere, but when you start to add these together, let me show you on a gold and red one here. These little ends start to look kind of messy for me. I don't like when they fold up, and you can start to see that the little ends are actually, it looks like on purpose, the little end of it. So I don't like that look. I want it to be a finished look. So that's why when I put this together, I used this 1-inch frame around it to kind of keep it all tucked in, so you can't see where that little end is. Great idea. It looks nice and easy and simple, and it looks like it's supposed to be like that. I love corner punches, absolutely love them. And this page I was building so that when I go in my book of this event, I want to put it up against this page. So I was kind of looking for something like Handsome, but in the soft palettes of Handsome, so that it can kind of look like it belongs there, but not really. And I wanted to add flowers. Who says that you can't have flowers on Handsome? Not me. So here I added a little tag so you can lift this up. Of course, I'm going to have a lift so that I can add more pictures. On purpose, I left this kind of open so that you can add tags if you wanted to, or add pictures on top as a frame. You know, you have choices when you do that. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll find more little tags and embellishments as leftover paper and see where I end up with that. But I kind of wanted to show you what I did with my leftover little monster trims that we end up with after we cut the dies. Okay, and then this is a simple page. It was the insert or the window of this 10 by 10. I kind of cut it a little bit shorter. You flip it over. I cut it this way after I gave it about a 1/4 inch, so I have pieces to sit here, but then I wanted to see that print. I don't want it to be white like this on this side. So I flipped over, cut it right there and flip it over. And then you just keep adding more of those cute little trims right here to kind of hide that little space, because I don't like seeing the white. I'm hoping that here we'll put little tags, do something like that in that little space right here. or more pictures. There's that page, okay? Simple 1-inch piece of paper. Make yourself a frame all the way around of 1 inch. And then you have the little window that you turn into a fold. Okay, so this little window you can see is the insert of that piece. Turn it into a window and a flap. Sorry, excuse me, right there. I did add a little magnet because I felt like these little monsters were making this really thick. So I added a little magnet on there. Super easy, okay? That would be my scraps page number 1. And then I ended up with tons of little windows from our scrapbook event with Anna Griffin. And I didn't know what to do. And this paper is stupid gorgeous. It has this gold foiled little ovals and the cigar strips embellishments here, more of the corners. So what I had is I had the same, I want to say this is not quite an inch, this is 3/4. And this one is also 3/4. So I found a paper in my stash. This kind of has a little muted blue-gray color to it. I'm sure you guys have something that matches in that. I wanted something a little muted, smoky, if that makes any sense. And then I added the top, and then I went and I sliced this, or what I would call miter, right there. I mitered that area to make it smaller. Okay, I mitered the one on the top to make it smaller also, and I even did like a little basket weaving on this little corner and left it like that so you can kind of see that it's there. Okay, and then my favorite corner punch, Stamp It Up, makes this corner punch, and this is just my thing. I love it. So I started adding that, the gold square, and then I added more corner punches, and then I kind of popped those corner punches and make them look really special with a little pop dot, and added a star on top of a star, because why not? And then I think here we would do like a little white tag and put maybe the date of the event, or if you have something really pretty, one of her little embellishments that she used. We had a lot of little embellishments here. This one says, "This is us." That would be really cute right there with the little pop-up dot. She gave us a bunch of these little embellishments on the handsome package. So here we go with this one. Very easy to do. When we were cutting her paper and she was giving us instructions to cut the paper, I kept cutting it into a square frame instead of cutting off an inch here and there. I did mess up a couple of times on paper, but I had extra and made it work. So that was this page. Very simple. I think it would be really cute. Nothing special in the back. Okay. And then here is my favorite so far. Gold frame, 12 by 12 frame. I cut out the back of it so that I would use that gold again, because you don't want to waste that gold. It's like gold. And then I added some of these gorgeous red. I was looking at this paper and I kept thinking I needed to accent the gold to it. So here you have a whole little bouquet of flowers right here. They're red. I want to say these come out of my Christmas package area. Her little gold leaves that we got, and a little bee that we got from the Handsome. This is a 2 gold, 1 gold and 1 red. And then here you can kind of see this is the little pleat that I just love. And what I did with this pleat is I used strips that I had left over from this paisley. Tons of little strips all the way around. And of course, I love to add more pictures to my scrapbooks. And to me, this would be like one great picture. And then I like to flip it over. And here you have another area where you can put lots, maybe 4 more pictures. And then of course you have this area right here that you can put 4 more pictures in. Same thing here. These were all little leftover pieces. And of course my signature frame, corner punch that I just can't get enough of, especially when it's made in gold. So the blue navy is a piece of paper, and I don't know if it's Basil or what company makes it, but I've had it in my stash forever. And you know when you just find the right one, it was the perfect blue hue to go with this, so I absolutely love it. The red flowers come from her Christmas collection, and then I use my little wink brush to add the little black mascara around the flowers. These are not the black mascara flowers. This is me going around just a little bit with the wink so that it would have a little bit more of a difference, if you can really make those red flowers pop with a little bit of mascara, which to me that means black wink. That just looks absolutely perfect for me, and the little flourishes to make it still look very geometric paper, very balanced, but with the little wave still adds a little bit of movement to it. On the inside I kept it simple, okay, until we get pictures, and then we add more. Now I do have to say that there is glitter on these little flowers here, and that glitter is my Nouveau Drops. And I want to say one of my favorite colors is Coastal Gold, and that kind of just blends in with everything. It's not really much of a color except for a little bit gold flakes of glitter in it. And there you go, ladies, all set. I end up with 3 pages. I'm thinking that in my book I'll probably put these two together next to each other, and then this one will be on the last page of my Handsome album, and as soon as I start putting this, it will be next. My entire stash of the Happy will be next, and I'm going to put that up against this. I know it's not the same. Maybe I'll put something in the middle. I don't know, but we'll worry about that later. Next will be Happy, and now we are super happy that we have 3 extra pages from all of our scraps from our Handsome. It's been really nice. Thank you so much for your support, and I so appreciate you subscribing, and I appreciate you liking and putting comments on there. I appreciate it. That I'm new at the YouTube thing, so I will get better as time goes by and I can practice some more. But hey, thank you so much, and you guys let me know what you're doing with your scraps from Handsome. I would love to see what you guys are up to. But this is what I have going on. A little bit of a flap here from the window. Just a quick little flap from the window. Isn't that great? And then you can put pictures, trim that little piece off, and there we go. And I promise next time I will leave that little piece open so that you can see what's going on here. It's just kind of almost looks like a sheriff's badge or something going on with this one. And this blue, red, white, gold. How can you go wrong? Thank you so much again, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.